he said, I spent 23 years of my life serving this great country with travels to places like Beirut, Lebanon, France, Italy, Okinawa, Japan, all over the world. I'm here today just to speak about the conflict that took place, and not many of you know about, but reading books. It was the Lebanese Civil War and U.S. efforts during the peacekeeping mission in the early 1980s. In 1983, things were heating up in Syria and Grenada, and it was rumored that we're going to depart ahead of schedule. Well, half the fleet ended up going to Grenada in complete secrecy. The fleet that we left in complete secrecy. We could write letters all day long, but nothing was leaving the ship. In fact, my brother, he didn't know where I was at till he saw my ship on CNN. But the USS Detroit that I was on, she was a fast combat support ship, which meant we were in charge of supplying every ship that was in the fleet at that time. With all the other nations, there were 65 different ships from 7 or 8 different countries. So, we left Norfolk en route over there as part of the support of the peacekeeping mission in Beirut, Lebanon. However, before we arrived, things took a turn for the worse. October 23rd, 1983, we were en route there and we'd received word that a suicide bomber killing 241 U.S. Marine sailors and Army personnel had drove into the barracks, and Sunday morning, and most of them were still sleeping. It's the worst single death toll of U.S. military armed forces since the invasion of Iwo Jima in World War II. Bear with me here. We arrived at our designated location on Thursday, October 27th. There were 2 aircraft carrier battle groups of the USS New Jersey, which is a battleship, and 5 U.S. Marine Corps battle groups and the carriers. It wasn't until December 4th that the fleet was finally given permission to launch airstrikes, and the ships were allowed to have fire missions going ashore. And I remember that day I was up on watch on the bridge, and the officer on deck came up and they said, Petty Officer Thompson, when the command officer steps foot here, he goes, you announced general quarters. He goes, this is not a drill. And you looked out, and there was ships everywhere you could see. It looked like something out of a movie you'd see from World War II. And it wasn't long, and the command officer stepped on the bridge, and it was unbelievable sight to see it. I hope never have to worry about seeing again. Anyway, we spent several months there, and we ended up with 2 more fire missions and air support missions before we were finally able to clear the Mediterranean Ocean in April of 1984 and head back home. We arrived back in Norfolk, Virginia on May 2nd, 1984. After that, I served on 3 more ships and spent many more years at Great Lakes Naval Base, lucky me, and I finally left active duty and retired in 2002. So thank you for your time. May God bless all of you, the servicemen and women who gave their lives so we can enjoy our freedoms and our peace today. Thank you.